This is Nick Hilligoss, and he did L'Animator. Is that the Animator? Or I'm not sure if it's introduced in a few different languages. Did you want to explain a little bit about the concept of the film for us?
Well, the title in French is simply because the animateur in French just carries a little bit more meanings, like master of ceremonies. So as a sort of puppet master character, it sort of just seemed to fit him better. And it's a little retelling of the sort of Adam and Eve story, but so that events happen in more or less the same order that you might know, but the sort of the reason why they happen or what it means could be very different. So.
And what was the inspiration for the frog characters that are the audience?
Well, I thought every performance needs an audience, and that might be the primitive inhabitants of the little planet. I think I've got a bit of a thing about frogs. I used to walk along Damper Creek and talk to them, have conversations with the pubble bonks, because if you go bonk and they'll bonk back at you, and I don't know, they aren't exactly frogs, but the frogs seem to come out in things.
And you've got a long-standing relationship working with the ABC on the Natural History Unit. What sort of work does that involve?
I did have until last year when they decided they would no longer fund it and closed the unit. So I actually started there doing a documentary on prehistoric Australian animals, which, those being the only sort they couldn't actually go out and film in the wild, made some sort of sense. But surprisingly enough, they said, look, you can stay and do some more if you like. So I did a lot of short films. But over the last 3 or 4 years, the budgets haven't really run to that. So what I've been doing is just doing it anyway on my own, starting off by doing things for a little website where we pick some keywords just to get your brain going and say, okay, can you come up with 30 minutes or 30 or 60 seconds using those words? And in fact, that's where the Animator came from, because the words tree and fall and apple, it was either Isaac Newton or Adam and Eve, and they sort of won out.
So using the web as a tool for distribution, are you interested in that? Do you find it a good thing for animators?
It's very good as a training ground, because you can get feedback from other animators, you can do little short pieces. There's nobody saying, oh, this isn't good enough for network television. And it was mainly to keep me interested and stimulated while I had to do sort of computer graphics to keep paying the bills. As a means of earning a living, it still is a little bit difficult to actually find a business model where you get money out of it. It's something I haven't quite worked out yet.